Welcome to PopFourceOne. It's Thursday night, and we have a John joining us as well too.
Wow, started early, boys, John.
Starting on time, John.
Usually, usually we start at 9. That's when we start rolling the intro credits.
That's when it started. It's 9:01 now.
John, this is not the movies. You don't get to hope for the whatchamacalls, the previews.
The previews, yeah, we got to give everybody a minute, you know.
So we're on time.
We're in there. Yeah, we're on. Welcome everyone.
We're here. We're doing it. We're live.
We're live. So it is Thursday night. It's been 2 weeks since we've been live. 2 weeks. So last week we had our little battle there, a little box battle.
Guys, let's talk about politics. Anybody want to talk politics tonight?
Oh God, no!
Let's get this week ended in the right direction, huh?
Right. I got a political text today. Like I thought no more. I thought at least that would stop.
That's a good. And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, finally, the election's over. No more spam texts.
Yeah,
I got 2 of them today.
2 of them today. All right, so I set up something new.
They just want to know if you're in for 2028. They're just trying to start that.
Like everybody wants. I think it was for like the overseas elections at this point.
Yeah.
So I set up something new on YouTube I've never tried before. I guess there's a new feature where you can have super chat goals. And I've never tried this before, but I figured what I would try. It just started, and we're going to do $22 super chats throughout the night. If over the next hour we get $22 super chats or $1.99 super chats or whatever it is, that it meets the goal, and then I'll unlock I'll open this other Funko 411 mystery box I still have from the Halloween.
Oh wow! I thought we were gonna have to like shave our heads or something. Okay, well, you gotta do something.
I was nervous. I missed the preview.
We hadn't done a mystery box in a while on the channels. That'd be kind of cool. And I have this extra one from the Funko 411 that we battled, so I didn't like cheat and open 2.
And when you open it, the most expensive pop you pull is a giveaway, right? Because everybody's super chat.
It could be on there. Okay. Yeah,
I like that.
We can do it.
Just make it spicy.
Yeah, we'll make it spicy in there. So I see a lot of people in here. I saw Anna. She was the early squad. Look at this #early squad in there. Thanks for hanging out. We got Sheila here. We got David hanging out with us. We got Pipsqueak Collectibles, Never Ask hanging out. Got Tim hanging out. Holly, welcome. Evelyn, welcome.
Oh God, Chris, that was rough. That's rough.
Down Under, welcome.
What?
That's harmful. That's too much.
Susan, welcome. William, welcome. Oh, look, we got a channel member anniversary, though. Even better. 18 months for David.
Hey, all dressed up as the Dunk Kings. I love it.
I know, the Dunk Kings. Did you guys get a Dunk Kings one? Did you guys get one?
We did. Ours, it got delivered like a day before we left Massachusetts. It's in this sea of boxes over here. I don't know where it is.
So it's somewhere over there. Hank, welcome. Hanging out. Jeremy's here. Michelle's here. We got some more channel membership anniversaries here though. Jetman, 25 months, just over 2 years wow. Here. What's up, crew? Thank you for the support, Jetman. Appreciate it. And then Steven here down under collecting. We got a new member. Became a member. I think you were a member before. I don't know.
Steven,
I think you've given membership before too.
He's been a member. I think with his Australian bank, sometimes it gets kicked back.
It's a weird thing, yeah. And then Barry's here. Welcome for 14 months. Barry's been a member, so thank you for supporting the channel and hanging out with us. Use those free super chats. It's a new month. It is November already, guys. November. How crazy is that?
I know.
So
Thanksgiving will be here before you know it.
Yeah, lots going on. Lots happening. Of course, there is some talk around Thanksgiving stuff already going on because we had our first Black Friday sale, which Black Friday, it's just Black November. Let's just call it Black November instead of Black Friday.
Yeah,
I feel like the sales
Nobody
go
waits.
on throughout November, right?
No.
Well, the problem is the companies have gotten greedy and they realize that most people only have a certain amount of discretionary income. And also we've, now that people buy a lot of stuff around this time of the year, they know people have saved up for this time of the year. So they are aggressively trying to attack that
Early
money that you have as early as possible. So I would hold out. I would hold out as much as you can if you can try, because if we hold out, that will force the companies to go lower. If we buy the items right now, it's kind of going to put you in a bind, because then if they do go lower, you're either going to run out of your discretionary income or you're going to put items on credit, which is what they want you to do. They want to drop items that are so good that they want you to just run up that credit card.
Yeah.
But John, truthfully, did you buy something on the sale already?
I did.
Funko shop sale. Hey Vince, did you buy something on the Funko shop?
Yes, sir.
Had to.
Hey chat, let me know. Did you buy something on the Funko shop sale? I want to know how many people bought something on the Funko shop sale.
I have regrets though. I have a little bit of regrets.
Do you?
Well, I'm gonna be upset if this Winnie the Pooh isn't 5,000 pieces. I'm gonna
John, no doubt, right? With
I would have bought the coolers anyway, because the coolers at $35, they have to be losing so much money on those.
They can't go lower. I don't think they'll ever go lower.
No.
Those literally, they can't go lower. But yeah, I'll be upset if the Winnie the Pooh isn't 5,000 pieces, because I think that you actually have a valid case that if that Winnie the Pooh doesn't show up, that people have grounds to return their items, because that's technically false advertising. Like you are telling people that they need to spend, and it's not like you're spending like 25, 35, 50 bucks. Like $150 is a lot of money.
You know what they'll send you is a new sticker that says 5,000 on.
No, they need to make that. They need to figure that out.
Yeah, that is going to be quite the thing. I'll be honest with you though. With that even being said, I think that Winnie the Pooh will still end up for sale at some point. I don't think that they'll get 5,000 orders this month that meet the 150 criteria, and I'm pretty positive that it'll be like the Venom at some point, and they will sell that individually.
They have to stop that though, because
I agree with you. I think 5,000 for what they were doing, they should have, to do it right, they should have done like a 2,000 piece or 3,000 piece, really put some value behind it, do exactly what they did.
Make it 1,000 pieces.
That's what I'm saying. Don't get crazy, because 5,000, there won't, it'll last. Let's put it this way. I don't see that not lasting. And now that we've seen the one show up with not a piece count, that's super bad news.
Well,
I would have still
they're shooting themselves in the foot. And the one thing that I was really disappointed with the video that I dropped yesterday was we did get a bunch of comments of people, and then unfortunately now there's there's a lot of troll. I mean, there's always been a lot of trolls in the Funko community, but unfortunately now Funko has given the trolls ammo, because a bunch of people came over and they said the same thing. They were like, "Oh, I'll just wait for the Winnie the Pooh to show up at TJ Maxx. I'll just wait for it to show up at Ross and Marshalls and everything." And they need to really stop that. I understand if they need to funnel some things to the discount stores at some point,
100% agree.
But there should be no limited pieces that show up. Now, for this promotion, let's say, I'll go with your theory, Vince. I'll say 5,000 people won't spend $150. Well, then that pop should always be part of a promotion. They should never sell that pop. So if they have to kick it to Christmas, you spend $75 around Christmas time, we'll give you this pop. They have to kick it to Easter. At Easter, you spend 50 bucks. They keep lowering the threshold, but they keep adding that pop as a gift with purchase. Or if they put
trick or treat thing, the bonus.
Trick or treat, or if they put that pop into mystery boxes, through Funko's website. You have to figure out what items are going to be sold directly to consumers and what items are promotional items, and you have to stick with that. Because if you don't, then you're losing money, because you're going to have people that just go, I'm just going to wait. But if you prove to people that you can wait forever and you're never going to see it at these other places, then that will eventually force those people to be like, nope, I'm going to spend that 150. I'm going to spend that 75. I'm going to spend that 50 because I need this pop, and this is the only way to get it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Even with some of the other stuff that they've, the Venom was the same way. I get them using it as a tactic to sell more. And, I think that that's completely fine. But when you do exactly what, really, I'm just saying exactly what you just said, I think, John, but they need to identify what they're using. That stays off limit. And really, for like this promotion with 5,000 pieces, like I said, I don't see it possible that they will sell that many, that this will eventually sell out. And I get that they're putting a limited piece to push people to do it.
But some of them need to start showing up with that 5,000 piece sticker, number one, because it's literally a free pop, and like that pop is not going to have like tremendous value down the road. But it's feasible to be like, hey, that's a 5,000 piece flocked Winnie the Pooh, $30, $35 value. But you have to prove to people that pop is behind a wall. And I agree with what Randy said. It is, if you are going to lower the threshold at some point, or if it's just going to show up somewhere else, yeah, you are pissing off. You're actually pissing off everybody, because you're pissing off the people who spent the 150, and then you're also pissing off everybody else in the community, because everybody's going to be racing to find it. Some people won't, some people will. It's just, so I like what Funko is doing. I stand by what I said in my video yesterday. I like that they're doing stuff like that. It's just they really got to iron out these details.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's like, we've unfortunately, it's something that we've kind of repeated many times over the last year. They'll take 2 steps forward and it's 3 steps back. It's just like, you just want to, you want to have, like, it was a beautiful thing to see. And then when that happened, but again, we're kind of speculating because we've only seen the one picture. Unfortunately, it happens so often now that it's hard not to take it for, the face value, and they'll probably all show up without the piece count stickers.
I'm really surprised. It's Fun on the Run box didn't go farther down, like 70% off at least. Like the Fun on the Run box, they'll load their sodas to like $35, but not this Fun on the Run box that's been around for 2 years almost now. Like it's a 1.5 years it's been around.
It's been a year and a half. It hasn't been 2 years.
Has it been a year and a
year and a half? Yes.
I bought 2 of those. I have 2 sitting over there right now.
I'm not trying to say a year and a half is like, oh, a year and a half is nothing. Like, no, I agree with you. Like, they should have get that out of here. Just break it up, sell the rest individually, do something.
I mean, at a certain point, you just kind of have to be like, oh, we need to get this out of the warehouse, and let's get it out of there.
And that was my point with the soda coolers, too. Like, I see all these people saying they want different themed soda coolers. Well, guess what? Funko's not going to roll out more unless they start seeing some of these disappear. And I want to see some of these disappear. Like, oh my God, $35. Like, come on. This is like,
it's $5 a soda.
Deal.
Yeah. And you're getting a free bag. So, I mean, those are deals. Even like Bumble at $12 is a steal.
I picked up 2 of those too.
So you got some good deals. The crazy thing is the bundle, of course, like 50% off. But hey,
I think the bundle is gone. Because I tried looking for the bundle yesterday or Tuesday night.
Is it gone finally?
It's gone. Yeah, the bundle's gone. So
I mean, if you had a shop or something like that, and you sold a lot of pop, or even online, like all these for 50% off, and you're getting a couple that are kind of harder to get. A few of them, other things, yeah. But I mean, you're getting a good mix for 50% off. I think some of them are only 30% off individually. Some aren't available to buy at all on the website anymore. So, but I think Loungefly had some decent deals on stuff too. So don't forget to go over on the Loungefly side too if you're looking for some things. But even the new pops, even just getting 10% off something that just dropped is kind of nice. Like
I don't have any problem with that. Like, I think that's fine.
I think that's nice.
No, I was just going to say the same thing, because I actually did pick up a few. I picked up a little mix of a lot of different things, to be honest.
Yeah.
Again, I was trying to spend the 150. I mean, we needed to get that Winnie the Pooh anyway, and I wasn't like I said, really in my heart of hearts, I felt like this was going to end up either they're going to lower the limits, or we're going to just find it up for sale at some point, because I just don't see them selling enough of the $150 bundles. With that being said, like, I was okay with spending $150 because they got some good deals, and like I got some regular pops that kind of wanted to pick up anyway. I think there were some holiday ones that I picked up. But
I missed that like deal too. Like when you spent so much, you could pick from like 3 different things. Remember they did that? I think
Yeah,
they did that
well,
last year. You
they
could
did
pick
do
3
that.
different pops.
That
You
stuff
know,
was not that
just
good
keep
though.
that
I mean,
going. Why not?
I'd rather see it. You know, I think we said this. Not that it might have been a couple weeks ago. I think we said this, that this is exactly what they should do. They should make a limited piece pop like this. I'm pretty sure. Like we'll have to go back and check, but I am almost positive that
No,
this
I
is
think
what we said.
this is exactly what we said, and that's why I was happy that they did this. The one thing that this sale does kind of not make people like be quiet, but one of the biggest things I saw throughout the year was people saying like, you know, they couldn't afford certain items, or you know, certain things were just out of their budget. Like I think now, like I understand certain people's budgets are tight, but I don't think you're going to see prices lower on some of these things. Like they can't go lower than $12 on a 3 liter. Like they're just it's going to be tough, you know. Like so if you can like stack, like that's why I said like use your fan rewards points, like use cashback sites, use your credit card rewards points, like max out as many opportunities as possible, and like do your Christmas shopping now, because I think Funko is looking, the way I interpret this sale overall is that they are looking to clear out some stuff so they can bring in some fresh inventory moving into the new year, which is I think is good. That's what you want to see on any company's website. Like stuff dropping, it lingers for a little while. Like you have a majority of the stock sell out initially on the drop, and then you know little by little it dwindles down, then it sells out, and then you bring on new products, drop it, rinse and repeat.
Well, I think especially since they put the new CEO in, and I think, you know, with the year end, like it's also a tax strategy. Like you're finding all this stuff showing up at Marshall's and all these places now because we're getting to the year end. They got to clear the shelves up. It's really why they do a lot of these sales going into November the way they do. Obviously, you got the Christmas season 2 coming up, but yeah, they're, you know, and this is a good way to dump this stuff. Yeah, it's maybe at a loss or a break even. You know, I don't know what I don't know what a cooler costs.
Well, I mean, but Funko is doing very well as far as like sales this year from their reports and their stocks and everything. So if they're looking to just clear out inventory, I see it as a good sign, because especially like if we're going to talk about the coolers, and Josh, like you brought up a very good point, and I'm eagerly awaiting if it's going to be tomorrow or Saturday or Monday when we finally see the first Stranger Things cooler in hand. What is that piece count going to reflect? Now, I'm hopeful that it's going to be 5,000 pieces, because that's the glam shot on the can. And my gut instinct is telling me that somebody just copied and pasted, you know, the template. Because people are people. We're human. We make mistakes, whatever. Somebody just copied and pasted the template from a previous cooler into this description of the Stranger Things cooler, and they left it at 12,000 pieces. So that's what I'm hoping. Now, if these show up with 12,000 pieces on the cans and there's 12,000 bags, a lot of people are going to be upset. I'm going to be disappointed, and hopefully we move in the right direction and we actually see 5,000 pieces. But I do want to see more soda coolers. So I think this is a great sign that they're actually giving us another one. I just really hope it's 5,000 pieces.
I unfortunately think this is our last soda cooler, because I mean, again, I hate to say that, because, you know, I've enjoyed the soda coolers, but when you see them, the way that they've had to put these on sale, like even if it's 5,000, 5,000 piece, they're going to sit there for a long time. And, you know, if you're patient, I think you'd be able to get these unfortunately on a sale at some point too. It's surprising, because I'm surprised, like on one hand that I just don't think these were a hit with soda collectors in general. I don't think, and you said it, I think, in your video, Jen, I don't think people are willing to buy everything. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people just,
or they want to buy a little bit at a time.
Well, which is it's strange, and it also makes sense at the same time. It's strange because if people collect, like Vince, you collect ad icons. Let's say they come out with an ad icons cooler. It would make sense, or a Motu cooler, Masters of the Universe. They do 6
Are
characters.
You kidding me? I'm buying 5.
Yeah, let's say they do a Motu cooler with 6 characters they've never done before in soda form. You would be excited for it. The issue is you're probably only going to buy 1. Now, you have a channel, so maybe you'll buy 2 or 3. That's different. You need content. But just as Vince the collector, you're probably only going to buy 1. And the issue is each one of these sodas has a chase, which ironically is normally not a problem. But in this instance, I think it actually is a problem, because you would have to buy 6 of these at minimum to get perfect for having the complete set, but that is the problem. No one's going to spend $600. No average person. And then you have all these leftovers. Most people don't want to deal with having to trade and sell. Like a lot of people don't have time. They got lives and jobs and families.
No, and I think you're hitting the nail on the head. I think it's exactly what the problem is. I mean, yes, look, I don't think that every collector is like me, kind of psycho. You know what I mean? Like, we do have people that are a little psycho like me too, which I love and enjoy. But I think that's exactly it. They don't want to have to buy 6 coolers. Like, even at $35 each, you're still going to have to buy 6 of them minimally to get the 6 chases, right? Or you got to go out in the secondary market. And then these are a little bit tougher because I don't know about you guys. I have several of these coolers that we haven't even opened yet. And I don't know if they were sold individually, I feel like I would have opened a lot more than the way that the coolers were, which is weird to me. And in saying this, like, we opened a couple of 3 liters today. You guys will have to check out the video, see how we did on that. It was an embarrassing adventure for me opening it today. But I'm really bummed that we might not get any 3 liters. I cannot believe how amazing like the 3 liters were as well. And that sucks to see. Like, all of them have been on clearance now, and some of them have been on like deep clearance.
Almost the first 2.
Well, yeah, Scooby and Turtle sold out.
I mean, the coolers, and then same with the 3 liters. Do you think were the same? Iron Giant,
the robot and
3 liters were a problem from the get-go. $40 was way too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, the cooler, like, I think you nailed it. Is I could go buy 3 of each soda and pull a chase and a common, most likely of each. If I'm lucky enough that day, buy 3 of each. I have to buy 6 coolers at least to get all 6 chases. I could buy 3 of each and maybe be missing 1 chase, and then have to buy that chase. I could be missing all of them too. You never know, how it goes. But I think the point is, like, maybe I would just want to buy 2 at a time. And that's what I have money for this month,
or the other thing too is, like, you're a Stranger Things fan. You're just like, I just want Eddie. I just want the common Eddie. I don't care about the chase. I don't care about any other characters. And that's what we've seen with all the other coolers and us selling sodas. Like X-Men, perfect example. Everybody wants Wolverine. Some people just want Magneto. Some people want Storm. Like, I have yet to see. Or no, I take it back, because it happens with the Peanuts. We have people ask us for, hey, can I buy a full set of Peanuts commons? But for the most part, like the other themes, people are not coming in asking for full common bundles of all the characters from one cooler. They're specifically targeting certain characters. And I think at a certain point, and I think Funko is at that point with the coolers that they have on their site, I think they should experiment. And you know what? It would be extra work. But you're a business. You got employees. They're on salary, or they're.
I can't wait to hear this one.
Break them up. Like, I would love to do an experiment, because, like, let's say you have X-Men cooler, right? Let's what they make 12.5 of the X-Men, right? Something like that. Let's say you have 3,000 X-Men coolers left. I would take 1,500 of them, keep them on the website as is at $35. Take the other ones, break them up, and put those sodas up for $15 each. Now, you'll probably sell out of the Wolverines. You'll probably sell out of Magnetos. And you might have to then, kind of discount the Storm and the Jean Grey down to maybe like $10, $7.50. But I think you would move them that way, because people would go look at it and be like, all right, I can buy a Wolverine for $15, or heck, make it $18. They want to do the exclusive thing, make it $18. Or I can get the whole cooler for $35. That's the problem too. People don't understand. I mean, and not everybody, because obviously everybody in here for the most part probably understands it, but I think a lot of people don't understand how much Funko charges for each one of these individually, because I just can't wrap my head around the fact that these are not selling out at $35. Like, it's crazy. I even pointed it out. Every single Peanuts chase is worth more than $35. You could literally buy the cooler, sell whatever chase you get, and you can keep everything else for free.
But you know why, John? There's so few chases on the market.
That's what I was just going to say. Probably only half of them have been open.
Okay, so then you better get them, rip them, and sell them before everybody else realizes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's such a like this cooler, for example. You know, I would say also this cooler was really lacking in the chase department. I am a big Stranger Things fan. You guys know I have a huge collection of Stranger Things. I was all for this cooler. The commons. Only chase I need is Vecna's chase as one. That's it. Like I don't really need the other chases. So if I pull the cooler, I pull the Vecna chase. All I'm doing is buying the Vecna common and done with it. I'm not buying anymore because I'm not really that excited about the black and white chases. I mean, if I get them, I get them, but I'm not paying $90 to $100 a cooler to try to get all 6 chases for this, where the chases aren't. I don't know, like the chases don't excite me. So I think that's a big thing. Like example, I think with some of the X-Men sodas, for example. They did a really good job with a few of them. And a few of them, the chases are kind of not as great. They're a
Yeah,
little
it's kind of like all
lackluster
sodas. You
to
get
that,
some really
right?
great ones, and then there's some other ones that are a little
But they
bit.
could do this with these sets like this. I mean, perfect example, like Vecna is almost like Scooby-Doo, if you think about it. Like completely different character almost, right? You have Scooby-Dum, Scooby-Doo. Like doing stuff like that can make really fun for chases, and also people then need that. They need that extra. They need the other one. Where this one, you're like, it's black and white. Do I need it? Maybe not. Maybe I don't need to pay $60 for that chase, or maybe I'll wait till the coolers go on sale if they go on sale for $35. Like that's the problem you're gonna get. Is that mentality of, well, maybe I'll just wait till these. Now the funny thing is, the Peter Pan sodas went to some Marshalls. You've seen them. I saw one. They were all locked up in the Loungefly area. Like had a lock on it, had a different lock on it. The security thing. I don't even know. They probably don't even know what's inside these things too. They probably have no idea. They think they're like
liquid,
like some high end designer bag or something like that, and they don't realize there's 6 Funko sodas inside. But they're selling them for like $60. I'm like, well, now you got these on sale for 35. Like, I'm surprised you don't have some of that mix. So.
Which is also crazy because $60. Like, forget that they're on the Funko shop right now for 35.
Yeah.
60 is still a very good deal. Like each soda is $10 and you get a free bag. And there's
I don't think that's so ridiculous. No,
no,
but I will say
it's not ridiculous at all.
What they're selling sodas for at Marshalls and stuff, when they're selling other sodas for like $5-$6, that's probably how
it's high, right?
I don't know how they're pricing the Funko stuff. I don't know what it's coming to them as. I'm curious what they're paying for it. What is Marshalls paying for this Peter Pan soda bag? Are they paying $10 for it? Are they paying $35 for it? Something to charge $60 for. That's. But they're also told this is the price, which wasn't. I think they were told, maybe they told the original $100. I don't know, but that's a weird thing. But I appreciate everyone's hanging out tonight. I see a lot of people that just jumped in. Norway, I just want to say welcome. I saw Let's Catch 'em, welcome. Sir Bass, welcome. I saw some people popping in here, but I did see a question that I know we'll get to. You guys let me know when you want to talk about this. So I think people want to know.
Let's talk about everything.
We can jump right into it. Yeah, why not?
All right, so I'm going to start off with
Funko, huh?
I know. I'm going to start off with a different topic part.
Honestly, this is a good topic to talk about because Funko is not immune to customer service issues. It's happening with a lot of companies.
So we did have this drop while we were on. It was on Halloween, so we didn't have PFO on Halloween, so we didn't get to talk about this. I can guarantee this didn't sell
out. Josh, I feel the same way. Like, I feel the same way.
Fine if you close a pre-order, like, hey, we closed the pre-order, that's fine, but don't say it sold out because it did not sell out.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird thing. I guess we'll never know, because I don't know if they'll come on and say it. It does seem weird. I mean, and I get it. Like, you don't want to drop, I feel like, if I'm being completely honest, like I'm saying this with Funko, I think a lot of Thrilljoy stuff as of so far like their piece counts are actually kind of high. It's
their piece counts are very high
they're
considering
very high. I mean, like
brand new
it's not even year one. We're in like
that's my point. Like
I'm
listen, as far as like a higher end collectible, we know how the designer toys are, and
this should be 100 pieces in my opinion.
Yeah, like I see a lot of that
maybe
stuff at like
250.
500 pieces, 1,000 pieces to see
500.
like, you know,
But
and I'm talking the
also-
lesser ones. I mean, I'm not even getting into this yet, but
Can I just say something? Because like I feel like and I've seen a lot of people are excited for Thrilljoy, and I get it, but like I feel the same way. Like it's not like, oh, it's just like, oh, I'll pay it for Funko, but I won't pay it for Thrilljoy. Like I don't. What are the giant figures? Project Fred. I think the Project Fred are terrible. I just would not pay $175 for this, and I'm just really confused. I wouldn't even pay $125 for this, and I understand that some people are gonna like it, but I don't get it. I don't know. I could be alone and just not understanding the draw behind this figure, but I just don't get it.
No, listen, as far as that goes, I get that. Now 125. Now for me, Freddy Krueger is not like a big, no, I wouldn't have got this one because it just doesn't fit my thing. I've seen some other stuff, like they put out the Skeletor at 125. I would have got it all day. 175 is like, now I would question it. 125, I like, hey, as a consumer, I like 125 better than 175. I mean, is that weird? No, probably not.
No.
And the way that it happened wasn't a great look, but I get it. Like companies are doing the best that they can. I don't think they're trying to deceive anybody. Like I think sometimes things happen like that.
And who knows, like who put out the press release? Really, all the stuff we heard about 125 was a press release that we saw out there. So if you go check any news outlets of Thrilljoy coming at New York Comic Con, Yahoo, whatever, all kinds of bloggers and stuff like that, they all got sent the press release. That's the $50 for picks, 125 for mega picks, and they didn't even have mega picks. They don't even have them ready. They don't even have these. I don't even know if they're being made. I don't know if they're on a boat to be here. I don't know if maybe they'll limit the number even lower. Maybe they'll say whoever bought one, hey, we're going to sell 200. We sold 250 of them. That's it. We're going to say you get one out of 250. You get a chance for a chase as well, too. That's a super low chase. It reminds me a lot of other designer toys that are out there right now on the market, though, like Abominable Toys, Tiny Ghosts, things like that. That, this has some extra features and stuff. And I get the price. I get the price point.
I get the price too. I don't think 175 is outrageous.
I think they should have really kind of came out with that before just dropping it. I think they're doing things all wrong. They're kind of backtracking on,
maybe rushing a little bit.
Yeah, like 24 pieces only at New York Comic Con, and then oops, we made a mistake. They're going to be also online. Oh, and then everyone's going to get the New York Comic Con stickers also online, and like
that was very shady. I think that needs to be highlighted more, because that is, in my opinion, like that's a huge issue. Like the fact that people were ordering the blues online and not getting the New York Comic Con sticker, but technically that was a New York Comic Con exclusive. Were they peeling off the stickers off the ones they were selling online?
They might have been putting the stickers on it, the ones at the
booth.
Or
putting the ones on at the booth. Like either way, that's a huge red flag with me, and that would just scream like this company's not ready. Like I need I'm waiting my 12 months to see where this company's going to end up, because with the amount of blunders they've had in the last week, I don't know if this company's going to be around come this time next year.
I think that the biggest issue, and this is kind of what we'll talk about for me. So I did a video on the pros and cons. My biggest con, one of the biggest cons out there, I said that's going to hurt the company the most is customer service. That I emailed after drop day. I emailed about the issue of them changing the price for shipping. I said you only allowed, and Vince was the first one to drop and told me you can check out 2 at a time, but you can't check out more than that. And then it goes from 15 to 25 for shipping for 2 items for 2 picks. But you can go back in and buy multiple. So I was like, all right, I want to buy 6 different ones. I want to buy some of the 24 pieces because I didn't know at that time.
Even though
weren't
a roundabout
the chance
way.
of them. I wanted to buy I wanted to buy one for Shannon that I knew she wanted. I wanted to get the blue because he's, kind of cool. So all those kind of things that were going in there. So I bought six things. I bought 3 different orders, which totals into $75 in shipping. A lot for shipping, but I was like, okay, if everyone's going to always pay this, not a big deal. Later that afternoon, not even the next day, not even a week later, they did a shipping deal where you could buy multiples. You could buy over 4. If you bought 4 plus, flat rate shipping $40. So anyone that bought had to buy it in the morning when they launched. When they supported their company at a launch, they were overpaying for shipping compared to if you bought it later in that afternoon. Which is ridiculous for them. I emailed them about it. I DM'd about it. No response from social media. Okay, I'll email about it. No response from them. I waited a week or so after New York Comic Con. I was like, you know what? I want to know what's going on with this. I did my video already. They didn't reach out. They didn't watch my video probably. I don't really care. Whatever. That kind of thing. But I was like, let me reach out again. I emailed again. Well, finally got a response from them, but they said this was after the drop of the Freddy, and they had a $275 you spent, you got free shipping, which is essentially you bought this guy, and you got 2 picks. You pretty much got free shipping, which is a cool deal, decent deal. But that's what I wasn't emailing about. I said I was replying about email that I sent the day after the drop about the change, that I was wondering if I could get my $35. That's all I wanted, my $35 back that I overpaid in shipping. And then how would you go about getting other people refunds? I wanted to let people know if they bought multiple items that morning, how they could go about getting refunds. It's not fair, not a good way to look for a company, and it's literally $35.
$35 is nothing in the grand scheme of things. When
someone that spent probably $250,000 at their New York Comic Con booth. I guarantee between buying all the stuff for the booth, buying all the giveaways,
but that's
everything they did there.
Well, Josh, you're probably not alone. I have a feeling they probably got inundated with a lot of, because listen, anytime
I found out why, Vince. So you want to know why?
No, why?
They didn't reply to anyone's customer service because they didn't have customer service set up till a week ago.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what.
No,
that's exactly what I was about to say.
Answering emails, no one responding back to any problems with orders because they didn't even have a customer service team till a week ago. This was straight from the company that replied back.
Yeah, and listen, I think that was the problem. I think that they went really hard right away trying to make NYCC, which I totally get. Like, what if they missed NYCC? They probably figure, what are we going to do? We're going to have to wait for SDC.
There's no other event where they would have made that kind of footprint.
That's exactly my point. So they had to do this. They had, now what they probably should have done is realized, listen, who am I? Like, I'm telling multimillionaires, how to run their business. I probably would have
owned a business, though. Your family owns a business.
No.
That doesn't matter. No.
I agree with you. I mean, I agree.
Business doesn't matter. What matters most, and you, Josh, me, everybody else in the chat, we are customers, and customers' voices matter. And the issue at hand here, Josh, is not the fact that there was a shipping issue. It's the fact that they did not credit you the $35, because if they had credited you to $35 and to everybody else rightfully that should have got that $35 shipping credit, what would you likely would have done? Like,
I would have been like, they took
you probably would have spent it.
You probably would have spent it. Exactly. That is good business customer service 101. Instead, you didn't get your $35. You probably haven't purchased anything.
You're talking about it on the most popular show around.
Yeah, right now you're spreading it to they are literally losing money right now because of this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, listen, let me put out what I would have probably done. They should have just released the stuff that they were releasing at NYCC, had 6 products or 7 products, whatever it was. I don't remember exactly what it was. Done those 7. They should have, you know, and I listen, even with the Freddy Krueger thing, and I understand they probably went through revisions and did this at the last minute. I think that snafu would have been all right, but I think that there was probably a lot of people that ended up like Josh. They're getting inundated with customer service stuff. They didn't have customer service set up yet either. They should have gone into it just a little bit slower, in my opinion, because it would have gave you a better first impression. You know what I'm saying? It would have gave you a better first impression with a brand new company, because yes, Brian's been around forever, and you know, there's people excited for it, which is still fantastic. I still think you would have generated the same excitement and hype, and maybe you would have mitigated a little bit of what happened on the back end. Unfortunately, you can't go back in time. We are where we're at. Hopefully they make it right for everybody, and I honestly think that they will. I think they'll work through this stuff, and they will credit people, and because they don't want that to be their first impression, even though that is your first impression as of right now.
Well, and today, I don't know if Vince has caught up with what happened today. So today they dropped the Instagram reel. They talked about why their shipping costs are so high or something like that. Why
I did see I saw that. I mean,
I commented on it, and
that I didn't see.
And then I asked people to go comment on it, and Shannon went to comment on it, and it was gone. My comment was gone.
Oh, well, you were a problem, so they made you go away.
Well, that's smart.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, why but there's other people that proposed.
I wanted to do that before.
So I was just surprised mine was on there. So
here, I'll be Thrilljoy.
Shadow banning me.
They're probably like, listen, it's that Josh guy again. Get rid of it.
So the funny thing was, Shannon then comments and says, "So why are you hiding that Professor Josh's comment? It seems kind of shady." And then I sent the lady, I know it's probably the same lady that's probably doing the marketing. I don't know. But I'm guessing she's responding back. She responded back to me finally, which I DM'd about the shipping issue before and never got a response. But I, of course, people started commenting and saying other things.
It started to become a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I was just kind of like, why is my thing not showing up? And some people it showed up for. And they were like, oh, the algorithm hides longer posts. And I was like, but some people it's showing up for, some people it's not showing up for. Like, I saw Surbass liked it. And like other people have said they've seen it. And other people say, I can't see it. So it's like something weird's going on there on that post. But I'm like, here's my issues. I said, here's my support issues. They didn't take care of the issue. I haven't heard back since Monday again. Monday is the last time I emailed them back about, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your initial launch. You probably have no idea about the launch because you're just hired at customer service. Like yesterday, you probably started. So you probably don't even know what they did at launch. But this is the issue. I'm just looking for my $35 refund at this point. That's all I was asking. And how can I support, and really how can I support others?
And also, it's weird that they didn't credit you, because it's one thing if let's say they dropped the Mega Blue, right, or the Freddy Krueger at $175, and let's say like 100 people went and bought it right away at $175, and then they were like, oh, crap, this was a price error, this is supposed to be $125, and then if those people reached out, the first 100 people, and they reached out for the $50 credit. See, that would be one thing, because that would technically be money coming out of the company's profits. But this is shipping. Like, shipping is shipping. Like, it's coming out of your regular business costs to whatever UPS, FedEx, USPS that you're paying anyway. So if they are technically like keeping your $35 as profit, like, that's very shady.
Well, I think you need to figure out your situation. You need to figure out your customer service. You need to be able to respond. I just hated the response
absolutely.
The person from Instagram that DM'd me back saying, "Oh, we don't talk to each other like customer service and social media. Like, you don't work at every business I work at."
I saw that conversation really? Just now before PFO. Well, you could have caught them. You could have called them out, because they said in one of the comments to you, "We are a seriously small startup." Like, which one is it? Are you a seriously small startup, or like, can customer service not literally like call over to the desk? Because you guys are saying you're such a small startup, then I'm sure you probably either all work in the same room or you're all remote and the 5 of you are on the same, like, you know, web chat or Teams or Zoom or whatever it is. I'm sure you guys are all communicating with each other because you're such a small startup. So, like, you got to pick one. Thrilljoy.
Well,
you got to pick a hill to die on.
startup. Yeah, small startup. Brian Mariotti should be responding back to emails that first week of people doing. I mean, if I'm sorry, anyone that has started a small business, I can give credit. Okay, Logan and Grant from Whatnot. This is why I bought into Whatnot early on. You know what I did? I had problems early on with Whatnot before they even did live auctions. When they're doing just their sales, you know, kind of verify, like you verify stuff, they, you know, sell it through their store, you can buy from people. It was just a marketplace. That's all it was. I was giving them some feedback on Twitter, I think, at that time, or something like that. And Logan or Grant responded right back to me and like, thanks for your suggestions, great suggestions. Hey, we'll make this work. I'm sorry you're having this problem. This is what you need to do. Like, that was the owners of the company responding back. I don't feel like the owners are part of the company. Owners are just the money of the company, and they're telling these people that probably are just thrown into it what's going on. There, like you said, there should have been only 5 or 6 of these picks launched at New York Comic Con, maybe 500 to 1,000 numbers. You know, like have them sell out online in New York Comic Con. These aren't even close to selling out, by the way. When you're looking at numbers, the probably the biggest one I saw when you can look at actual stock left, unless their stock hasn't been updated from New York Comic Con, which I could see too. But if their stock is correct, most of them still have only sold 1,000 to 1,500 pieces.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Out of 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Like,
yeah, that
Blue,
doesn't surprise me, honestly.
I think Blue has the most sales.
Listen, think about some of the sodas or some of the other stuff that are 5,000 piece. And I'm Funko. And listen, Funko's just, it is a way bigger company right now. 5,000 pieces, even for a big company like that, they don't sell out instantly. Like, they're going to take some time to sell it. Now you add a $50. That's why I was saying at the beginning of this kind of conversation, $50 a piece. Now you're talking, 5,000-6,000 of those. You got all these SKUs that are like, it's a lot. Even at that though, it's a lot of different orders. I mean, I that's what I was just checking here. Has any of your stuff shipped yet? Because I know that other people, some of this stuff is shipped, not everything.
Dave in the chat says his stuff hasn't shipped. Dave, I would reach out.
There's a couple people that
says 2 to 4 weeks.
If you ordered one thing, I've seen those ship. I think
mine. I only ordered one thing in my first order.
Well, if it's 2 to 4 weeks, I mean, we've been 2 weeks out.
It's close.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not one of those. I will give a company. Listen, I do run a business, and then we run our own stuff here, and I know what I have to deal with customer service and doing that kind of thing. I give people a lot more leeway with having to get back, just because I just understand. So when somebody says 2 to 4 weeks, I'm looking at 4 weeks, and I wouldn't even get upset if it was right at that 4 weeks mark. With that being said, when you see other people orders going out, you do want to know, like, I did buy something on launch day. So if all of those are going out, yeah, it'd be great to have those ship at the same time. But like, I can be patient and understand that. And I'm not going to, like, I think there is stuff to complain about. There's certain things that I won't complain about, just because I think that was smart of them to say 2 to 4 weeks. And it looks like some people are getting in 2 weeks, and I'm probably just going to be lucky.
It'll probably go slower for you, Vince, because you know me. So now
maybe, you know what? That's a good point. Now forget about it.
Now, I don't know that guy.
Actually, if you say Professor Josh, they might just cancel your order altogether.
Listen, I don't know who this guy is, to be honest with you.
At this point, I won't mind if they just cancel my orders. Like, I'm like, I could care less at this point, because I have other things I can buy, and that's the thing. Like,
and that's why, and that's
money we can buy.
And that's a perfect point. Like, at the end of the day, like, these companies have to realize, because I don't think they are realizing, like, there is a group of us as collectors, right? And every year, like, the market is changing. That's just life. You know, people get into collecting, people get out of collecting, people go heavy on certain things, and then people back off of certain things depending on what's going on in their life. At any given time, like the collecting community is like this big, living, breathing organism that's constantly changing, right? The companies that come in, they got to realize, like Funko, especially. Funko's not the only game in town. You know, Thrilljoy is coming in. They're not the only game in town. You've got Chomp and all different things and all different other Hasbro. Yeah, there's just so many things to collect now. So that is why I think customer service should be paramount, because you are fighting with all these other companies, especially if you're Thrilljoy. Maybe not so much with the picks, because that $50 does fit into a lot of people's budgets. But when you are throwing up figures that are over $100, like that is a lot of money here in 2024. Anything over $100 retail. We're not even talking about aftermarket and, you know, secondary market and supply and demand, you know, causing the value of a certain item to explode. We're talking about retail $175 for one of your figures. I think like everything needs to be rock solid. Customer service, shipping, just marketing, social media, like there should be no ands, ifs, or doubts. You know, like everybody around your community goes, I buy from this company because they're the best. I give them $175 for their figures because I like them, I enjoy collecting them, and they are worthy of getting my hard-earned $175. They got to earn it, because when I give Thrilljoy, if I was to give Thrilljoy my $175, that's $175 that Funko's not getting, or Hasbro's not getting, or Lego's not getting, or Tiny Ghost, you know, they're not getting. They got to realize people do not have bottomless budgets, so they got to be better to their customers, in my opinion.
So interesting enough, Sam mentioned this one too. I think this is a good one. Where are they? They just said Q4, so we're still in Q4 for 2024. Hopefully in the next couple weeks. I'm thinking with this one, the problem is the size of the actual.
Oh, I'm sure they got to figure a lot of stuff out on this one.
They have to create all new boxes. They can't use the boxes they have for every other NFT drop. So they can't use the regular like 2 or 3 piece boxes because they won't fit those. So I'm sure that delays it a little bit. You know, Transformers, they already talked about delaying, but they're like the other ones have shipped super quick. Like they've really gotten on the ball of shipping out.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
Quality of shipping has been a lot better too, and getting them all out almost like your orders at the same time. Like when they're fulfilling orders, I notice they're all coming almost on the same day, unless it's something I ordered separate, like one off. Like it seems like all my deliveries are coming on the same day.
Yeah, I mean, as far as them, if jumping over to the NFTs real quick, as far as them getting stuff out, like I think they've done a great job. You know, and even with the Transformer thing, I think they came out and said that they were going to have a delay. I don't have a problem with that. As long as you have transparency and you have the line of communication, I think that's fine. I think you can give people, because everything, especially because everything has been coming out good, the shipping's been good. I've not had like crushed boxes. Like the boxes have been coming out good. They're shipping them on time. So I feel like that's taken a huge leap forward. I'm okay if 1 or 2 of the drops get delayed at that point, because they are doing a much better job with the shipping.
One other thing I wanted to point out on this guy: why does this guy have 2 claws?
Josh, are you really going to be picky about that? He can't.
Like, I did. I brought that up. I was like,
it's a Yeti in a hat.
What if you want to be a left hand and then one day you want to be a right hand?
I mean, how is Freddy Cougar? Freddy Cougar only has 1 claw. Maybe because he's a bear, he has 2 claws.
Yeah, but don't you get both hands? You get a different set of hands, no?
But you get this other set of hands as needles. And that is on.
Oh, son of a gun. Okay, well that ruins it. They should have put in a regular hand.
I loved watching Freddy Cougar growing up. That was like my favorite horror movies in the 80s, 90s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So
it was definitely that was the one that I could not get through when I was younger.
Oh, I loved it. So yeah, hopefully I hear something back from them. I actually asked also on their DMs. I said, okay, if I don't hear back from customer service, is there another email I can contact someone? Like I'm just going to try an email. I think I know one.
Let's try Brian at Thrilljoy.com.
That's what I'm thinking. Brian at Thrilljoy.com.
If
it's a startup, it might, or Mariotti at Thrilljoy.com. One of those will probably go through and say, hey, what's up with this?
What's up?
I don't know. I just feel like this company, I wish. I think they went too heavy on a drop, and I
Yeah.
think the problem is at this point a lot of people are frustrated, and we've dealt with issues with things not shipping on time, and people are waiting, but then they want more money from you, and people are still waiting for a product. It'd be different if this product's been out, like Hot Toys. I know they take forever to get to you, but that product's been out. People have seen Hot Toys before and done that. People haven't really got these in their hands. So
Well, I
you
think
can't
I think
ask
that's
them
one
to
of
give
the
you
issues
more money.
too.
Yeah, you got to get these out quick. Like
Get
that
my
should have been the first
PTSD.
thing of after New York Comic Con. Get these out, and we can sell more. Get these out. People get them in their hand. They'll love them. They'll want to buy more. They'll want to buy more. They'll want their friends to buy more. People will be unboxing them on videos and showing them off. We'll get free advertisement out of it. Like all these kind of things. Like, hey, that's something to think about, though. That's like
that's also why like
101.
I am very weary of and I'm we're friends with a lot of other influencers, and there's a lot of people that do a really good job with their content. There's some people that I admire how they do their content style, and I'm slightly jealous. I'm like, man, I wish my short form quality was that good, or I wish I could do better transitions with long form. However, I am just also very cautious when a company sends so much product to so many influencers, especially influencers that have nothing to do with like collecting or anything from that.
Don't you think that's just the way it works now, though?
But it dilutes the whole process. It just makes it seem like, what's the point? Like if everybody says a product is good, then it kind of makes me raise my eyebrow and go, but is it good, or are you just
but you know what it is though, John? Like if we're being, again, we can do real talk. I don't have a problem. Nobody sends us anything. Nobody sends really you anything for the most part, or Josh. And like that's okay. I mean, what do I know? I only unbox things,
but I don't want it
multiple
to
times a
seem
week.
like I'm complaining about that.
No. The point the point I'm trying to get to with that, like I know exactly where you're coming from, and I think that people want to get on a bandwagon anytime there's something new in a market, and they like if they send it to you, it's hard to not like be positive about it. But and I've said it from the beginning, like I have a couple of these on order because I want to see them and they're characters that I love. When they said that you still had a chance at some of the more limited ones, I put in another order, even though I've got nothing in hand. So that's where, to kind of fall on Josh's point, by nothing shipping yet to me, like, no, I'm not going to buy more without even getting one of these. And really, again, I said it at the beginning, these are going to be too big for me. I know that they will be. I mean, I already seen many of them, and they're going to be too big for me to buy more of these. But I'm looking forward to see what they have in the future. And listen, I wish nothing but the best for them as a company. And I don't need to be given anything for free or anything like that to put out a video that, because I think that I'm going to like it. I wouldn't have spent the money if I didn't think I was going to like it at this point anyway. And I'm not looking to jump on a bandwagon, and I don't need to be sent anything to say I like it or don't like it, because, we're going to be honest with it. But I just, unfortunately, I know what you're saying. They look at subscriber counts. They look at how many people are following here and there. They send them to a bunch of different people that really have no clue what this stuff really is.
Well,
I
was disappointed because I just saw a lot of influencers talking about it. And of course, it's easy to talk about the highlights and the good parts about it, like the cool characters and the interesting features and the high quality boxes and the acrylic case for the card that's authentic and everything. Like, that's all great. But like, no one brought up the fact that, like, or at least initially, I'm sure somebody did at some point, but I just felt like, did anybody say like these are kind of big? Like, who can afford to be just buying these left and right at $50 a pop every single week? Like, I just feel like they're going to run into issues. And then when you have the customer service stuff, when you have the shipping issues, when you have people wondering when this stuff is going to ship, like, and then, price changes, like, I would understand that with a regular startup if they only launched a few products, but they went too heavy too quick, and now I think they're gonna have,
I mean, that's why I wanted to get some. I knew they would take a while to get after New York Comic Con, and I bought some on Whatnot, and that's why I wanted to do a video on them. I did my pros and cons. There's pluses to them, and there's cons to them. Everything has pros and cons that I buy. Like, everything has the things that are good and bad about it, especially with a new company and kind of checking it out. I think the most positive thing is I actually paid probably double for most of mine than singles.
Yeah,
So I
it's true.
actually probably even hurt even more. I mean, I was lucky enough to get the 124 piece. You know, I was lucky enough to get that, but that was just by happen chance of getting that. But other than that, like it was me buying them from other people, and I wanted to get them in hand quicker because I knew straight from New York Comic Con I would get them in hand quicker than them shipping because they said 2 to 4 weeks.
Right.
And I knew they weren't ready to ship. I knew as a company they would be struggling with it. I think what the thing is I think as these come out and kind of looking at it and what I wonder what more they'll do. Like they did their push before New York Comic Con. What's their next plan for a push of these products? Because there's a lot of inventory sitting on your site. So what's next? Like, is it just getting the ones out that you have because you have 2 guys shipping in a truck? You know, and that's it. Like packing boxes, shipping out, and like that's what they do. You know, for the day, and it could be because you're a startup.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, as a startup, I wouldn't be surprised if other people are there packing boxes, shipping. You know, like people should be like they should understand what it is and that. And I think overall, you know, I think it's just what needs to happen is they need to figure out as a company if they made some bad mistakes, made some changes, take some advice from some people that are the consumers of products. Like that's what Funko stopped doing for a little while and really like didn't listen to people, I think, and it hurt them, I think, putting out some stuff and how they did things and how they kind of made some debacles on things and stuff like that. I hope this company like listens not to just the influencers that they're giving products to, but listen to the people that buy your product.
Yeah, because unfortunately, a lot of these big influencers that they give the product to, they're not customers. They're not long.
They haven't purchased a single. Have they bought one? You know, have they paid for one out of their pocket? That is I think the difference. Even if you're an influencer and they give you a free one or they pay you to promote their product or something, would you actually be willing to put your money they gave you instead of paying your mortgage or paying your car?
Well, I mean, I hope they don't do that. Seems pretty irresponsible.
No, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like your money has to go somewhere, right? Like the money you earn as a business has to go back into your business or something.
Right.
But will you be willing to pay that $50 to buy that product? Okay, then you are of that. And you know, I think that just states a lot of what as a company. Hopefully, you start seeing that as people buy things. I think hopefully they highlight a lot of people that are getting their products in. Hopefully they highlight what they like about them, their excitement about getting a chase or getting a 24 piece. I think those are amazing things to highlight and have some fun with. So I think
that when they start getting, it's a super new company. I think once they start getting in the hands, I mean, like, listen, we've got some coming in. You got some coming in, Josh. When you start getting, and I'm not saying like, you know, whatever, but when people see us unbox them, I you know, honestly, and I do believe this, I think that like when we were all collecting sodas at the beginning, and I'm not saying like, hey, we made the movement for sodas, but I think that channels like ours, like Jim, I think Jim had a huge hand in pushing sodas. I'll say that to anybody, and I really do truly believe that. I think that videos like Jim's that he started with and videos like ours then that followed up like very quickly at the beginning really is what started that kind of, you know, that because I mean, we've got like everybody that comes here every week and we've been doing this for 4 years now. Like I really felt that like that kind of built on that. I think that Thrilljoy will also pull some of that stuff in because people are going to love to see that aspect of it.
Oh, for sure.
And again, I think that they can do a lot of things fun, and I think that they will get better. I think that they will get better. I'm not as John might be a little bit down on them, which you want to sit back and see, which I totally get that. I'm okay with buying cool things. If something's cool, I'm okay with buying it just because I like it. I'm not buying it to have the whole backstory of the company and being in on a ground floor type of thing. If it's something that's cool, I'm gonna buy it. Like, you know, there's collectibles that I bought this year that were kind of new to me that I've kind of spread out a little bit, and I think it's part of just the collecting journey for me. Like, Funko is 100% my number one still. I've spread out a lot more on different things this year because I find them cool. And then finding out that, maybe you want to be loyal to a brand a little bit more because you really like what they're doing or the messaging behind it or whatever it's going to be. But I think that's everybody's kind of journey, is like, you got to figure out why you're going to pick something up. If you're doing it to support a person, to support a company, you like their message, you like just their figure, whatever it's going to be. I think everybody does things for different reasons.
So I think Pop has it here too. Brian's wife was helping at the booth. Dolly's husband was helping. I think that's how a startup works. Hopefully they're helping maybe pack some boxes that need to go out, or help.
I think
someone needs to respond to emails. Like, that should have been like, hey, we need to, only way people can contact us is through Instagram and through this email that we put on our site. You have to be on top of that on day one. You shouldn't wait 2 to 3 weeks later to start putting customer service into place after you drop a site that you're hoping people spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on. I mean, think if they sold on the site 500 of each pick, that's a lot of money people are dropping on your site.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot to do.
Your site went down, broke. How about if you started charging people the wrong shit? Like, things happen. Like, something happened during their drop because it was stalling their checkout process or something like that, which happens. First time doing it, a lot of people on there, a lot of people going crazy. We all got it. We waited. We got our stuff eventually. We could have just got it that afternoon, I guess, and got the shipping deal instead and checked out easier. But all those things is it's just, that's what makes a startup happen. It's like the ups and downs and run through and getting, but you have to still be there. The number one, I've done Startup Weekend. I used to be an organizer for Startup Weekend Orlando for 8 years. I was a mentor and organizer for 8 years. I helped people with their startup companies, building a startup company over a weekend and creating and pitching an idea, going from pitch of idea to actually creating a company over a weekend. And we had plenty of people. We had several that actually went on and made really successful companies after that weekend from what they pitched and developed with the team. And one of the key things that we teach them is talk with your customers. Talk with your customers. Because if you don't talk with your customers and know what they really want, if you think you can say what they want, your company will fail. Because you can have all your mind, have the greatest platform or the greatest software or the greatest idea. I think this will make this so much easier for everyone. And then you put it in front of someone's hand and say, does this make this easier for you? And they're like, oh, no, I don't understand what I'm doing. I can't get through it. You just lost your customer and it failed. So, I mean, that's all I ask. I hope they do it. I wish them I supported this company. I bought several things from them. I bought this Freddy Blue. I went ahead and put my money down on pre-ordering this Freddy Blue.
Man, look at you, Josh. Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I want to see.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I
want to get this product first. I want to get one of these in hand to see what it looks like, because I can't talk bad about it.
No, right.
So I see one in hand, and I'm not going to see one. Like, no one else around me is going to probably buy one, and I'm going to check it out. And so I'm going to buy one myself and check it out. If I don't like it, I wasted money on other stuff before. We've
all been there.
We've all bought crazy stuff.
If it was a different character, I probably would have got it. I would have got it if.
Yeah, I think the Turtles one would have been an easy sell.
If they had a Star Wars one, I probably would have bought it.
And they had some that were non-blue characters too.
That's what I want.
And I think that those are going to sell well for them. But I don't know. I'll be curious. I'm just hoping the customer support thing. My thing would have been, whoever runs the Instagram should have been like, oh crap, I need to email and see what's going on with this order.
Make it happen.
This ticket or issue that's in support, which they don't have tickets, by the way, because there's no way to track them probably, because they don't have any numbers on them. But that's me, and that's coming from where I work. You're getting back to the customer within 24 hours. You're also if it's a complaint or an issue that comes up that's from your department, you're getting back to your admin about that you resolved this issue or what happened with it within 24 hours. And this is a non-profit organization, so that believes in customer service. So that's where I come from too. Like, I get startup, whatever like that, but you got to just do better and work together. Your social media is your support. It's your frontline support.
The last thing that I wanted to say in regards to this, so Pop Mix a little while ago said they're called influencers for a reason. It will get to the masses faster. And yes, and I think that the three of us are actually in a unique position because we are very small influencers. We have very small channels compared to, a lot of other much bigger fish and bigger people out there. However, I've noticed a trend in recent years where there's been people that I followed and really liked seeing them grow and get bigger. And then you could tell they got to a certain point where they no longer were focused on their community. They were not as engaged as they used to be. And they are just promoting. Whatever a company sends them, they send them a t-shirt, they send them socks, they send them a toy, they send them a collectible. Like, they're just promoting. And they're just saying, like, this is awesome, you should buy this. This is awesome, you should buy this. And I feel like when influencers lose that connection with their community, that's when they've failed as an influencer. Now, yes, maybe their numbers can still reach the masses. And that's why I was really disappointed in seeing some of the people promoting Thrilljoy the way they were promoting it, because I just felt like they were not addressing the issues that everyday consumers, us as collectors, face right now in 2024 with the current economic market, with the current, space is an issue, price is always an issue, and certain influencers leaving some of these very key details out. I was just disappointed. And I just hope that if anybody in here, if you do blow up, if you're working on your own content, which I encourage anybody to do so, don't lose that connection with your community, because you can see right through someone when they're just promoting something just because they were paid to do it. So
no, I mean, I agree with you. Luckily, I'll never blow up, so it'll be fine. I'll be good over here. But no, you know what? You could tell when somebody listen. If you watch enough of our stuff, I can't fake. I'm pretty genuine, and you can tell when I'm. And I think you guys are too. If you get something you're excited about it. If you don't, you're not very excited about it. And I'll be 100% honest when we get them in hands. And I think that's just, unfortunately, that's social media. I mean, you're going to get, the whole influencer thing. I don't look at myself that way. Nobody else does either. That's why they don't send us anything, which is, again, I don't have an issue with that because I get it. I agree with you, actually. But I think that's, it's just kind of the way and to get, you think of collectible companies like this is your only way of, it's your way of doing a commercial. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get why the influencer thing is important. I think it is always going to be different between some people build communities, some people don't. I think we have a community, and it is what it is. Just, a comment on that. But I don't know. I think that's probably enough Thrilljoy for me. But I wish them nothing the best. I can't wait for my stuff to ship. None of mine has shipped yet. I can't wait till it comes in. I'm going to be eagerly waiting to pull the chase and
with Dave's stuff, and you can get your stuff together.
I think as an influencer in general, I think that's important for everyone to know. Also, businesses will work with a smaller influencer if they design really good content, no matter their reach, because that company can promote it and use it. So if you develop really good content, that company can promote your content. That promotes you as a smaller influencer, but also gives them content they don't have to create. It takes a lot of time to create content. It takes a lot of effort to create content. And I think that's one thing that I've worked with brands in different places and organizations and brands in different places before. And I wasn't always the biggest person when we were doing food vlogging, I was doing tech vlogging and things like that. it wasn't always about the numbers. Like sometimes the numbers help, but they also aren't everything, because if you put out really good unique content that they don't have on their channel, or can get out to their customers, that catches people's attention, they would rather have that any day compared to someone that's just going to talk about something and be done, and they have to pay a lot of money and it's over. And then they also don't believe it maybe in that brand. You could tell, like you said. So, but how about, do we believe in these? This is the question. We have new biddies. We have the new biddies. We got our what are these called? Biddy what? What? Like biddy suits? I don't know. Biddy
I don't remember what they're called.
biddy
This
box?
might have been a little bit of a swing and a miss.
You know what? I like Hulkbuster.
Yeah, I like Hulkbuster.
No, Hulkbuster makes sense, right? Because I mean, like, that's cool. I full disclosure, I'm gonna probably pick up the Hulkbuster because I have every Hulkbuster you can imagine. I have the Lego Hulkbuster. I'm a huge Hulkbuster person, and I think that is definitely the best one. I'm also a huge Transformer and Voltron person, but those two I don't love that. It's I like that they try some of this different stuff. I really like the Biddy Towns. I like the Biddy Rides. I got two sitting. I mean, like, look how cool this is.
I don't like the Biddy moments.
The
Biddy moments are awful.
No, with the little like scenes in the background. I think that's a little bit of a miss too.
Yeah, those look terrible. But I think these are kind of fun, different way. I'm curious about how big this box is. I want to like see it next to something. Are these the same size as a Funko Pop? And
I was thinking the same thing, Josh. Was this? I feel like they are. I mean,
I don't think
I'm
so.
just judging by the scale in here, and it looks like a regular size.
They look super tiny. I don't know.
All right, here's a Biddy.
I think it's going to be in between a Biddy and a regular Pop.
So if I put my Biddy inside,
if it was smaller, I think that would be kind of cool, though. If it was smaller, I might even. I
would
just
maybe
because this might be it. Like,
but it's branded Biddy Pop.
It's Biddy Bot.
Biddy
no,
Bot.
I know, but like it's if you look at the top, but if you look at the top of the box, the top left-hand corner.
But this is the Biddy and this is the Bot. So maybe the Bot is the size of the Pop. I'm curious.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's
gonna be tiny.
I think it's gonna be the size of a Pop, or
Because we can put anyone in there, right? We can put Donald inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
that would be cool. Yeah, we could put other people in the Hulkbuster.
Yeah, we could.
Listen, I don't. These are just like, I don't know. Like, this is. I think the Hulkbuster is super cool. 100%. I will pick up the Hulkbuster because I just. Again,
the Hulkbuster looks fun. I think.
Yeah, that one looks cool. I don't like the. I just don't like the faces like the Captain Enoch face. I'm not really. John knew what I was talking about there.
That's exactly.
It's exactly what it feels like to me. It looks like Captain Enoch face, and I don't really like that on Soundwave or Voltron. It's not doing it for me. But I do like the Hulkbuster a lot. And they might come up with some different ones that I do like, but
we don't know how it compares to a mini because this is just a glam shot. But once we get them in person, we'll know.
Yeah, and I will get the I will definitely get and unbox the Hulkbuster because I
applaud Funko for trying something different. I do.
I think that the Biddy line is overall has been good. I like where they've been going with some of that stuff. And I don't mind them trying something like this. It's just like a different thing. I just don't, I think Voltron and Soundwave are a little bit of a swing and a mess because I just don't like the way the faces look for me. But, is it geared to us, though? Or is it geared to a little kid? Like a little kid that's going to maybe play with these?
Yeah.
Use it as a toy. This might be super fun for them.
I think the biddies are going to kill this holiday season. Now that they've done the blind individual Biddy packs, you got the Biddy 4-packs. Like, I think those are just crazy good, like stocking stuffers or little fun Christmas gifts that are not expensive, little fun gateways to Funko for people that don't know what Funko is. Like, I think those are excellent items to make as gifts.
So is it Gus's birthday?
Oh my gosh. Happy birthday!
Happy
guys.
birthday.
Like celebrate and then come hang out with PFO. What do you think?
Because I hope you had an amazing day. I mean, I hope you did.
And then I missed this one. Magma said, "Happy PFO, great video today. Like the Godzilla chomp. I love the Godzilla chomp. So if you haven't checked out today's video,
Oh, I got to check that. I saw the thumbnail.
Chomp. The other one sold out in under 2 minutes online.
Which one?
The one that dropped on Sunday. The Glow Godzilla chomp.
How many pieces did
Under
they have?
2 minutes. 350 total, 250 online, 100 at New York Comic Con pre.
Honestly, can we just like commend Chomps for doing what they've been doing for so long? Because they could have upped the piece counts by now, and they're still keeping it low. So shout out to
I think that's smart though too.
Extremely smart. Like they just continue to just gain more and more collectors. The hype goes up, and then they just keep selling out quicker and quicker. So Abominable Toys. Honestly, Funko and Thrilljoy should be taking a page out of Abominable Toys book.
I think other collectible companies have, but I've seen a lot like follow suit of similar boxing styles of that. Even like the Soulmates seem like they're very similar to boxing now.
Mm-hmm.
I like that Soulmates added the chase aspect. I think that's really fun when they've done the Tiny Ghost chase aspect. I think, but this Godzilla, man, this guy, you watched the video today, but he is
a chunky boy.
Amazing piece, but the Glow one is, I think, going to be even better. So that one will ship.
And Josh, how much was it, if you don't mind me asking? $70. Okay. Well, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm kind of saying though too, for like, and I don't want to get back on Thrilljoy, but 175 doesn't seem ridiculous.
This is a 400
70 for that.
This is a 400 piece. This one from San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, I'm just talking on scale.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of biddies, they're going all in on biddies, by the way.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
They got a ton more biddies coming out.
I think people. I honestly think people are buying them. I think that's why they're making more. Like they're selling them.
So I like these. I still wish they did the little blind bags with the extra ones, but I like that you're seeing some of these as well too.
I think it's fine to come out with the base set and then come out with the blind individual ones later.
I think do the individual, and they should throw in a couple. I haven't stayed up with my biddy stuff too much.
We fell behind.
I would like them to do the single packaging. I think we've said this a couple times. Do the single packaging, but throw in a couple that you can't get in these 4-packs. That's what they did with like Shopkins back in the day, and then the Doorables.
They need to
we collected all that stuff.
I think they need to actually take it one step further. I think next year for C2E2, San Diego Comic-Con, and New York Comic-Con, you come up with a wave, like a con exclusive wave, that are all in blind bags. It doesn't matter if they're blind, sell them at the booth, sell them online, and then mark them $5, right? They retail, right? The regular single
money maker,
and just put in some limited Freddies in there, like if they can't put a limited piece count on the figure because it's too small, put it on the wrapper, or just say just put a little New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con logo on there. Like you can only buy this during the con event. If they want to start out by making them event only, that's fine. But I think they would kill online too. I think people would just add them to cart at checkout for their normal con haul. We would buy them. We would love it. That would be so exciting. Like getting a rip and you're trying to get the limited, or the hard to find Franny, or the hard to find Freddy, or the hard to find, Huckleberry Hound, or whatever characters they want to make.
And then you can get your accessories. So you can take them everywhere now. You got your
this stuff again. I think it's marketed to kids, and I think that this is good. I think this is great. Honestly,
we got keychain ones, we got pin ones, and I saw a magnet one too with a really cute sushi biddy. Did you see the sushi biddy? I saw it somewhere else. I don't have
the boba tea is hilarious,
but the tea and then the little sushi guy was cute, and he's a magnet. There's magnets on the back of that one. So this is kind of cool because it looks like these might be exclusive to buying these actual like accessories too. So you can only get the boba biddy by buying the boba keychain as well.
Yeah.
So, but then you can put you could switch it out and put Donald in your keychain thing. You could probably switch it out. Maybe you can have different people in your in your little accessories there, and you can take around your favorite character wherever you go. What one are you putting in there, John? What are you going to carry with you on your keychain?
I actually have, thanks to Funko News Canada, I have the little the Eddie, the little Eddie Bitty. That was a
so
nice.
That'd be your go-to.
That might be my go-to. I really like that one. I like Eddie. I want to see more of Eddie. I hope he's not just like a one-off Funko Fusion Pop that we never get again. But Consumer Carl's Creepy Cave says, you guys all have wives, unlike Top Pops. That's right. Top Pops may have several million followers, but he doesn't have a Joanna. No, I'm just kidding. He will, if he decides to get married one day, he will in due time.
So we have our wives have fun with us too. So yeah, we have fun on our videos. I think today some of the bloopers we put in, but there's many bloopers we don't put in.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I believe it or not, there's a lot of stuff we don't put in. That's saying something because there's some doozies.
Oh, here we go. We have some new Lord of the Rings pop coming out with the new.
These are Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
is it?
Is it from the TV show, not the movie, right? Because I don't recognize any of these.
There's new Lord of the Rings stuff coming out.
Yeah, the new. I was gonna say because this is not my Lord of the Rings that I've seen. I know nothing about any of these.
This is coming out. I'm sure there's several people excited about these.
I don't know. There's a Hera that I'm a fan of, but she looks nothing like that Hera. So, oh, Chris, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you for sending over a box.
And then we had our first Charlie Chaplin.
I like Charlie Chaplin. I was always a big fan of this guy.
Line. I can't believe there's 79 in the Icons line now.
I know.
Now there's over 200. You just pointed it out. They literally just made 121 more.
I'm waiting for the ProfessorJosh Icons line.
Well, speaking of Top Pops, I think he should be the first one in the influencer pop line. He deserves his own pop.
Influencer. Well, they made. What did they make? What's this?
YouTube's, right?
No, I'm thinking the one YouTuber they actually did make into a pop. YouTuber.
A pop?
Yeah, a pop.
You're talking about like Bella Porsche?
No.
Like a Funko
gamer YouTuber. What's his name?
Ninja?
Ninja. Yeah, Ninja.
Did he have a pop?
Yeah, he had a pop.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
He had a pop. These dropped this week.
I saw cool. They were already 10% off, which I thought was cool.
I mean, that's perfect. I mean, if you want to grab these for the holiday, they dropped at 10% off.
I actually, believe it or not, listen, I got my first $150 order in. I've already started building my second $150 order. And these three, actually, I think I put all four of these in. I'm really trying to stack up on the, our Christmas wall is not up to my standards. It's not close to our Halloween wall yet. So these four might be making an appearance. I don't know. I probably should show my wife first because she's the one that makes the final decision. Home
Alone house too. While you're at it.
Well, that would take up half the wall. You know what we have? We've got all of the. They did them back in the day. Crap, I forgot what they're called now. The Cranberry Lane or the Peppermint Lane.
Oh, yeah, Peppermint Lane.
The Peppermint Lane. The little houses that light up. Yeah. You know, those are
on sale
cool.
at GameStop. Did you get them on sale at GameStop after the holidays?
I got a couple of them. Yes, actually, it might have been FYE. I think that we got a couple of them back in the day. We got the last one that we needed, the expensive one, but we got the whole set of those. I love those at Christmas.
I kind of miss like Pop Town stuff coming out. I haven't really seen much around.
No, they haven't done anything like that, especially. But these are four good holiday pops. We don't have a lot of. What was her name again? I don't remember.
Angel?
I can't read that. Angel, that's right.
Yeah.
Isn't there only one other Angel pop that was the 2-pack?
In the 3-pack.
The 3-pack. I'm sorry.
So it's cool to get another single version of her.
Yeah, I like it.
They are missing the boat. I never understood why they didn't do the other 624 experiments. Like that to me always seemed like a
They
no-brainer.
decided to do 624 stitches.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do Stitch, like just do all his cousins. It's just like easy money, you know? I don't know. Maybe one day.
Speaking of Stitch, there we did get a little Stitch preview here. We got 2 of them.
I was gonna say, I think
We have a Walgreens Stitch.
So Walgreens is getting stuff again, huh?
Walgreens is getting Pops, and Walgreens is getting a Stitch. I don't remember them ever having.
That's right.
No.
So Aaron is correct. Yeah, there's another angel. There was another one that snuck
Did
out.
it come in a set?
The gamer angel. That's what it was. I knew there was another one.
But we got
too long since that 3-pack.
Don't we already have this one?
Yes, we do. We got the diamond one.
did.
I think there's a regular one, diamond one, and now we got a pearlescent
Is this a
one.
metallic or fluorescent?
Pearlescent, I believe, is what I saw earlier today.
All right. And then we did get our other one.
I thought this
Here.
stick was kind of cool.
This one reminds me of like Disney, the Disney World ride out there.
Gus, I'm glad that video helped you out. That video was yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for that video you did a few days back. It's been a long week for you. That
It's been a long day.
a long day. Oh no, we're doing more 25th anniversary. I didn't see this.
I think they went down to 10 too. Did they go farther down? Is this one like 5 now? I mean, they went down to 10. They went from 25 to 10. Now I guess we're getting Deadpool.
That Stitch is super cool, and Deadpool looks good in the vaulted box.
I like the boxes. Yeah,
I like the box, but the tin. I'm not a fan of the tin. So
I could. Would you get it on sale though, John? Would you get it on sale?
I wouldn't.
I don't judge things like, oh, I'll try to get this on sale. Like if I like it, I'll like it. Like I got lucky with the Stranger Things cooler. I just blanked on my cart yesterday, and then I went and I finished it today, and I saw it was $10 less. I was like, oh, cool. Deadpool, no, this doesn't really fit my collection. I have a bunch of Deadpools. I have the Batman vault, just the pop. I didn't want the actual like tin and all that other stuff. But if I somehow
that's kind of the issue with it. Like if you only collect Deadpool, like I think that it works for people like that. But like, where do you stick that? If it's
I would just open it and like take the pop out and put the pop in.
If I come across the pop, then I'll keep it, but I'm not gonna go out.
That's the thing. Like, what do you do with the tin and stuff? Then throw it out? Like, I feel bad doing that.
Some of them, unfortunately, have gotten in. They're really damaged. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not like super sturdy. So
I'm excited about this, and I bet
I saw a lot of people hyped up for these.
God, I love these guys. I'm so bummed that this show's over. It's my favorite show of all time. I love Supernatural.
It's a great show. We haven't had, man, how many years has it been since we've gotten any Supernatural pop? It's been like 5 years?
Probably since the show ended, which was like 5 years ago, probably now.
I'm trying to think of like the last ones I remember seeing in us.
We needed a yellow-eyed Dean.
Yeah,
I'm Sam. I'm sorry, Sam.
Yeah, Sam, and then Dean's singing along there.
I think it was the Eye of the Tiger one.
Yes, Eye of the Tiger one, which he totally improv that like scene.
I still remember that. Sam, I'm such a weirdo. I really did. I love this show. I remember that. It was at the end of one of the episodes.
Oh, he thought I like Jonathan's. He thought Sam was the Dark Side Anakin.
It could, yeah, it's
fancy version.
Dark Side Sam.
He's ready to go to a wedding or something, maybe. Dark Side Anakin. But yeah, this one was good. We did get. Oh, all right. We didn't get to talk about this last week because it was on PFO Day.
Funkoween, right? Yeah,
oh my God, that's right.
How did Funkoween go for everybody? I've heard a lot of mixed things.
Well, John, I'm sure you watched my entire video, so you don't need to ask me.
I watched your video.
I didn't.
Josh, I believe that you watch it. I know John doesn't watch anything that I put out anymore.
I think
I'm joking.
It's not true.
I'm joking. Listen, I'm joking. Actually, believe it or not,
I did get rid of an air compressor today.
Hey, congrats! But get on your YouTube. I haven't seen you watching any videos lately.
I know.
I'm joking.
I've been
I
quiet.
wouldn't watch them either, so it's okay.
I enjoy both of your jokes.
Don't stop lying, John. We don't need lying on this.
It's the truth.
Program
I'm behind on a lot of content.
You're forgiven. I'll be honest with you. You know, I really did. I love this line. You know, I heard a lot of people kind of going back and forth whether they loved it or not. You know, and what the heck, guys? I mean, go watch the video if you want. We got the mythic pack again. Can you believe that?
Man,
that never works out for me.
You're 100% on getting.
I'm 100% on mythics.
It's amazing.
Your internet is in the right zone or something.
Maybe it's because I'm at work versus at home. You know what I mean? When I got to do this,
you got like the 10,000 gig internet at work.
It's actually nice being at work because I have one extra. So, and Josh, I know that you do this, and I told people I tell people all the time, you do multiple tabs. Like I had 6 tabs open for this one, 2 on my phone, 2 on my computer, 2 on my laptop.
There you go.
But even at that, even having, because I know a lot of people had, it's still like you had you had to get straight in. When I got in, I think it said like 407 is I think what it said packs were left. By the time I checked out, like it was sold out within 10 seconds after I checked out. So yeah, we were lucky enough to get the mythic, lucky enough to get the grail. Again, I'm probably ruining this for everybody if you guys care about that. But our NFT videos always do good. Like I'm surprised that we love it. Maybe that's why you guys like to watch, because we get pretty excited over this stuff. But we did pretty good on our we do have to pick up a lot of the epics, so we did horrible as far as the epics went.
So I did record my video. I will say I did not get a mythic, but I did buy a mythic.
There you go.
Oh, look at Josh.
Because I figured how much you get with a mythic pack. You're essentially
you bought the pack, not the.
No, I bought the pack. So
that's what I would do.
If nothing else, I'm getting 2 extra packs and 2 extra chances.
And I see they're only like $15-20 more than just the mythic itself. I thought it was well worth it.
Then I went back and bought some extra standard packs. I'm very glad I bought extra standard packs. That's all I'll say.
Came in clutch.
The standard packs came in clutch.
Nice
compared to other ones, but so I will have those video. I'll have that video probably next week. I just didn't get a chance to edit that one yet. But this was a really I think I'm surprised the epics haven't gone up more just because of that. I love the haunted doll Freddy.
Yeah, besides the grill, it's definitely my second favorite out of this set.
That was a must for me. Franny was my second one. Everything else was kind of filler. Like Grail was, I wanted the Grail. I wanted the Nightmare doll, and I wanted the Franny, like Ghost Franny. The other ones were like extra. I was like, well, if I want to get the 2-pack because it goes with the Proto Pup and everything like that. I don't know. I think this is a really good line. I don't think it was as strong as last year's line, but I think it's a good line.
I actually thought it was better slightly. I really enjoyed last year's line, but I kind of like a little bit more diversity with this line with the addition of Franny and Judy. I like different characters. I think they oversaturate sometimes with too many Freddys, but I really enjoyed this line.
Yeah, I thought this one, all the zombie stuff last year was cool.
Yeah.
I think
the storytelling of this one. The storytelling of this one is really awesome. It's like a story. This whole they could write a cool comic book out of this. Like all these characters.
Yeah.
Some of the cards were super fun too.
I will say,
the card was great.
One thing that I just watching other people's videos, I think this line was the hardest to pull stuff in general. I feel like a lot of people had packs. I think there was more packs this time and still the same amount of legendary stuff. I felt like, especially with no ultra being in here, I think it felt like there was a lot less of pulling as many things. I don't know. It just felt like to me. Maybe I saw other people's videos too, and I felt like that was like similar kind of aspect. Like people pulled stuff, but it didn't seem like
they weren't
crazy.
pulling stuff as frequently.
Yeah, like even epics and things like that. Like I don't feel like it was as full of those kind of things, but I mean maybe it's the line, because this will be interesting, because this is one of our smallest pack drops we've had in a while. This is a pretty small line, really. When you think about the pack
Which
drop,
I think is fine, but I think the biggest problem with this is, man, they missed the boat. There was 2 boats and they missed them both. Like Beetlejuice, the sequel came out in September. In my opinion, I think they missed the boat.
timing.
And then we're past Halloween. Like whoever
They should have switched
decided-
G.I. Joe in this. This is
yeah,
G.I.
it's
Joe
just
too.
like unfortunately Halloween is like such a seasonal thing. Like now everybody's in Christmas mode, and I feel like this drop, I could be wrong, but I feel like this drop is going to suffer because it wasn't as, well timed.
You know what though? I think stuff like this though too. I don't know how much that's going to play into it. I don't know how much. Listen, I don't think that this one's going to go like. Will it sell out? Possibly, possibly not. But I don't think it would have made a huge difference if it went earlier in the season. For me, I don't think that's the difference between them like selling out and not selling out. If this is going to sell out, I think it would have sold out then, or it's going to sell out now because people are excited by what's out here. But I know what you're saying. Like, could it have maybe just pushed that needle a little bit more, had a little bit of hype? I think that they've had so many good drops, and then you got like Batman around the corner now too. I don't know if people are going to go crazy over that one or not. But
I look at it this way: like, there's no Batman movie coming out for a while. Like, Funko and Drop have no control over when how Hollywood puts out content, right? Or like Disney Plus puts out content. So like and we knew for a long time that Beetlejuice the sequel was coming out. So it just seems like somebody might have dropped the ball a little bit. Like they couldn't move this up. Like, like come on, like maximize your opportunities. Like I want to see the drop sell out, and I think that
leading up to Halloween, it would have been perfect.
You know what might have happened? Like something weird though. Like they had this plan for Halloween time, and then the Funkoween came back up. Who knows? But I'm sure they have these planned out way in advance. I guess maybe they were waiting. Maybe they're delayed by licensing weird issues.
Maybe
too. Like
it just seems like when you have a drop that was as well timed and well executed as Funkoween Series 2, it was perfect. They did it on Halloween. They promoted it the right way. All the characters were great. Pops looked awesome.
After the con.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like right after New York Comic Con 2 and everything, and it sold out. Like that. Huge success and huge props to Drop for making that happen. And I want to see them succeed more so that we can continue to get really cool NFT drops. I was just a little bummed because like I really want that Freddy Beetlejuice, but I just feel like there's not going to be as much hype and excitement because we're post the sequel it might still be in the theaters, but definitely the hype for it is over, and we're post Halloween. So.
I think Freddy as Beetlejuice is going to be easy enough. Like the only problem with this is the epics are going to be probably a little more pricey, not like $4, because it's going to be such a small set.
I think it's going to be a small set. I bet you're looking at, and especially a Freddy, a Beetlejuice Freddy.
Yeah,
I feel like these are going to be like the $12 epics kind of deal.
I think that's good. The only plus about getting packed for this one will be actually going after that Beetlejuice and looking out with a bunch of epics that you don't have to worry about in purchasing. Like that's only, I think, real plus, and then the bonuses if you get the legendaries and Grail.
And I don't think the Grail is going to move the needle like some of the other sets they needed to move the needle.
Yeah, this Grail, I don't think is going to move the needle, but that Beetlejuice, it's going to be on a lot of people's want list. So guaranteed.
Well, Charlie, you might be right. Beetlejuice is a classic, and it might be able to stand on its own without the help of Halloween or the help of.
We're just a movie drop. I think that was not Halloween, but the actual movie drop was what you're talking about. I think.
Yeah, but I think that Halloween, even though yes, the movie has nothing to do with Halloween, it's just because he's a creepy character. Like a lot of people like dressing up as him for Halloween. Like he's on people's radars. Like I don't see people talking about Beetlejuice in July. They talk about characters like that around Halloween. So
definitely, I think it'll be a fun one. And then we'll have Batman revealed probably this Friday.
I hope so.
Like we'll see Batman reveals. Hopefully, we're getting. I want to see villains. I want to see the villains. I don't know about you guys. I'm tired of seeing. We don't need another Freddy Batman for sure. Like, please don't.
No, Freddy Batman.
I need some villains.
I think they should hopefully pull a 180 on us, and I would love to see. Maybe I'm alone on this. Give me no Freddy. I don't want to see a Freddy. Give me and on top of no Freddy, give me like a Franny as Batgirl and a Proto as Ace the Bat Hound.
Man, you're asking for a lot right now.
I know that's a lot,
but I like that. You dream big.
Gotta go big. So that
I like that.
When you miss, you still hit the clouds or whatever they say.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
This is Star Wars. Yep, Skeleton Crew.
This is Star Wars. Skeleton Crew.
These are already on sale and so dumb that they've already dropped because the show hasn't even come out yet. So
it's really weird. So could it be one of those that you like? If you didn't pick this up, you're going to be really disappointed because the character is going to be such a success.
I feel like they'll still be available. So
yeah, these will be available forever. I think I've heard a lot of good things about the Skeleton Crew show. I'm excited about it, but I think the only memorable character will be Jude Law's character, which I believe is Jod. So I don't know, unless the kids make a huge impact. They're also only planning apparently on doing one season of Skeleton Crew, so not sure what the deal is there.
Well, it could be like a Rogue One ending. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Maybe that's why they only have one season.
True, but it's got a lot of kids, so that'd be dark.
That's really depressing.
Hey, listen, you ever see whatchamacallit?
Order 66?
I don't know. Order 66 was a little bit traumatizing back in the day.
I don't know. Well, I'm curious.
I'm not afraid of that.
Yes, everybody is excited for the. We're seeing a return of the Max Rebo species. I forget what the species is called. The little blue elephants there.
I'm pretty sure he's called just awesome, right?
Yeah, I'll go
like
with
the
that.
little blue elephant guy.
Yeah.
All right, and then I don't know if I have anything else we haven't. Oh, so we had our London con drop too. Right, the London.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I want Homer. I didn't pick him up yet, but I do.
Where do you pick him up at? Like, I didn't even see
on the Funko shop.
They got these on the Funko shop. How did I not? I went through 42 pages on the Funko shop. How did I not see
why. Now
it's like 600.
Is that the problem?
Yeah, you didn't go through the other 560.
Well, I'll get
the top two, the One Piece and Demon Slayer, I believe, are Chalice shared with too. I thought I saw him on Chalice too, but
I don't know.
But because they had you remember how they have the pre stickers on Chalice, like pre-release stickers, whatever, preview sticker. I don't remember what they're called, but Homer's the only one I really want out of this.
Steven, I can't be that far off. Come on. I don't think. I mean, we'll see how this show turns out. And Vern, you bring up a very good point. Unfortunately, when you do shows with young kids, you deal with the aging issue. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see that with the final season of Stranger Things because all the kids are like 40 now. So
I have not seen the back of Homer yet, Sam. I want to get Homer, so I need to get him and unbox him.
I feel like Paddington is going to be like a sleeper out of this set.
I think it's like a weird one. They should have made him flock though, and then everyone would have been all over it. Just if you're making a bear, make him flock. People will be all over it. Come on.
I agree. Every bear should be flocked.
And more
thank God. Thank God this set had a 10-inch Pokemon. You can't have a Comic-Con and Funko Pops now.
It's funny you say, I was just going to say the same
character.
These are This size in particular is a real pain to ship.
Yeah, the super wide ones.
The super wide one, yeah.
And it's like $85 for a protector.
Yeah. Just take them out, enjoy them, throw away the box.
God forbid you want your 10-inch Pokemon Pop to stay mint.
Yeah. Anything else could come out? I think that was like what I had. Do you guys have anything else?
That was a lot. I mean,
there was a lot of good stuff. Oh, one other. We did have a 2-pack come out announced. We have
oh my gosh, I didn't even
Noble. Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble coming back around. Walgreens coming back around. Can you find them at Barnes and Noble and Walgreens? That's what I would like to know.
I mean, Funko's back. I mean, everyone said they're done with Funko. Walgreens is out of Funko. Barnes and Noble is out of Funko. Look, we got new exclusives.
You know, and they had some great Sesame Street exclusives at Barnes and Noble back in the day. You used to be able to get all the flocked ones, I think, were Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for this flock 2-pack, and then I will pick it up.
I didn't even know this was coming out. This is adorable.
This is a good one with the rubber ducky.
Bert's giant eyebrow just always gets.
I love that unibrow. Always have.
But does he have a rubber ducky or does he have a pigeon?
He's got some. I don't know what he's got in his hand.
I think
it looks
he
like
has a pigeon in his hand. I think he might have a pigeon.
Oh, pigeon? Yeah, maybe it's a pigeon, not a donkey.
Pigeon. So that is our take.
Also, now that the Agatha show wrapped up, now all the influencer pages can safely post what that big reveal was that took down a few people, unfortunately.
Yeah. Let's not ruin that for anybody. Let somebody else ruin it.
I can't talk about that reveal. I haven't got approval. So yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of kind of stuff. You know, we had a week in between. We have kind of the holidays coming. Everyone, we have the holidays coming.
No,
yes, we do.
We got a little auction coming up next week. For someone.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's happening.
That's happening.
Week away. Wow.
Week.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared. I don't know if we're gonna pull this off. I'm getting a little nervous.
I'm nervous for you.
Thank you.
Because I think you're gonna have to do a 48-hour stream, and I don't know if you'll make it through. To be honest with you, I don't know if you can make it.
So we have a slight. I guess we'll wrap it up, right? We can talk about what we got going on. So we have a slight update. I think we briefly mentioned it in one of our videos, but just to let everybody know, we are going to be, and it kind of works out because we have over 1,000 items that got donated. So we did want to do this. We didn't know if we were going to be able to do this unless we got enough items, and we're very thankful that we are in this opportunity. So we're going to do a Toys for Tots pregame show here on YouTube on Wednesday. So Wednesday night live stream here on YouTube. Now, don't lose me. We're going to do some items we're going to be dropping on the Encore app. So we're going to be selling some items that you guys donated. We're probably going to cap it at like 100. I don't know. We'll see. I have to load them all up and make the videos and everything. So I'm going to try to get those posted Saturday. Hopefully have them all done by Sunday. So then you guys can start bidding on them. And then they are going to be expiring as we are live here on YouTube. So it's essentially like we're just kind of like creating our own whatnot auction because we're just adding like the live feed plus the Encore layover and everything on the screen and everything. So you guys can just come watch the live stream and watch all the items get bid on, and hopefully some people watching maybe will be able to pick up a couple live, but it's going to be quick. We're going to have them expire like a minute. Every minute there's going to be like an item expiring, and then that will allow us to have a little bit less items for the Big Toys for Tots show over on Whatnot. So, which we have 400 items loaded up, and kudos to Rita because she's gotten most of those items loaded up. Thankfully, she's done a lot of work for us. It takes her about she's pretty good. She's pretty quick. She's able to get in like 30-40 items an hour. So the fact that she's done about 400, that's like 10 hours of work right there. So it's a lot of I mean, both of you guys know it's a lot of man hours that goes into doing something like this. But we have people coming in a few days. This week was huge for us. I wasn't able to buy any of the Funkoween packs. I got the Mythic, but unfortunately the money that I was going to spend on the other Funkoween packs went to a water leak that we had on our first floor of our house. So that was a bummer. But we were thankful at least the leak happened now. It actually happened while we had HVAC guys at our house. So we were able to get that fixed, and we have heat in the house and heat in the garage. So those are two big check marks that we needed to get done.
Nice.
And the plus is like the packs aren't too bad on the aftermarket right
now. No, after the dust settles in a month or two, I'll go.
They're hovering around like $12 for standards and maybe 35-ish for premium or more, 35 plus kind of.
Yeah. But seriously, thank you to everybody who sent something over. I cannot believe that we have so many boxes. If you guys haven't seen your box opened in one of our recent vlogs, there's a very good chance we have it. I just haven't gotten a chance to open it yet. And I'm trying to, in addition to Rita working, I'm trying to get items in the app as quickly as possible. A lot of items already have pre-bids, and thank you guys so much. We've probably already made like $500 or $600 just based on like pre-bids. If we were to go live right now and just end it, we'd probably make like $600, which is amazing. So next Saturday, we're going to start at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern. That's when the big show happens over on Whatnot. So I'm going to work my tail off over the next few days trying to get everything opened. Hopefully you guys made the shipping deadline with everything. But once again, just completely blown away by the support of the community right now.
Very nice.
And we got videos. We'll throw some videos in there.
And then, a lot of great stuff. I sent some pretty big boxes over for you. They come in really big boxes.
Thank you.
Did you get the other one today?
Yeah, I haven't checked. I know there's a pile of boxes outside.
Okay.
We just spent the last 6 hours putting together Joanna's Transformer table, big dining room table that she's been saving up for 4 years to buy.
Oh, you guys got that?
We did. It looks beautiful, actually. Here, I took a picture. It looks great.
Shaped like Optimus Prime, at least. I mean, you're talking about Transformer table.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing. Oh, look at that.
Oh, okay.
Literally just got it. Seats 14 people. So Joanna's happy. Yeah.
You're gonna have that many kids?
You'll need it for Saturday.
Good for you guys.
You'll need it for Saturday.
For you guys.
No, absolutely not. No, it's for when family comes over. Well, this is the first year ever we're hosting Thanksgiving. So
that's why I only have 4 seats at my table. Nobody else can come over.
There you go. You're good.
Good.
So Vince, what do you got going on?
That's what we were doing.
I didn't go already.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, I guess. Okay, well, what do we have coming up? We got some amazing stuff coming up. That we haven't shot yet. So hopefully it's amazing. I don't know if it'll be amazing or not. It might be very mediocre. I feel like our last couple of videos have been very good. So I think the rest of our videos will probably just go downhill from here and probably not be as good as what we've done lately. So make sure you look at our videos from the last couple of weeks, because I think that those have been fun. And yeah, we'll have some videos coming out this week. Make sure you guys are checking out the charity auction next weekend for John over here. And that's it. We'll probably do another Whatnot stream on Tuesday if you guys want to join us then. And that's all. Thanks, guys. So, Josh, what do you have? I'm sure something else is going to be amazing here.
So we have on Saturday, we have a soda Saturday with 10 3-liter sodas. 10 3-liter sodas.
Wow.
10?
Okay.
10 3-liter.
It's going to take you 6 hours to open up 10.
We're pretty efficient. So,
damn.
And then next week we'll have some mystery boxes. We still have some New York Comic Con stuff to unbox still that came in. So some of the other exclusives. And then hopefully I can get the Funkoween video out as well. And then we are going to try a little bit on Friday night, just the con finale stream on Whatnot. So
Oh,
we're
nice.
gonna do a little bit on Friday night. So if you can go bookmark that and hang out with us, we're just we have a bunch of stuff that we have in Buy It Now and things like that. I just want to show off a bunch of things that people might want to buy, and we're going to be adding some more. We might do a mini mystery box in there, but if we do, it would be like a Buy It Now kind of mystery box, and we'll open it live. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna go hang out on Saturday for like 12 hours with John, maybe online there.
Very nice.
Yeah, it might be a little bit
12
longer.
hours, I don't know.
No, Josh is only gonna make it 12 hours. You guys
That's
are
all I can
definitely-
make
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Oh, I can make
yeah.
it. That's I know you guys will be on for 24, but 12 is probably.
We got some amazing stuff. So I'm truly blown away by both the quantity and the quality of items that we got in this year. We have so many autograph pops, a lot of big NFTs, a lot of big grails. So a lot of designer toys, beautiful Lego sets. I mean, we have it all, which is really cool.
So, being that said, everyone have a great weekend coming up. Have a good one. We'll hope to see you all next week. It is going to be on Vince's channel.
Morris, thanks. Hey, one more thing, guys. And I put it in our video today too. Before, sorry, I don't mean to hijack, but I did forget. Of course, I forgot something. Sully, our friend Sully, Nerds Unite. They have a stream all weekend long. They do 48 hours of streaming over on Twitch. Check out our video today. We got a direct link. You guys can find more information on that. And if you watch our video today, we did a little promo in there as well. So that's this weekend. Thank you for reminding me because I suck. These guys already know that. And most of the chat already knows that. And I appreciate you.
So, if nothing else, everyone have a great weekend. We appreciate everyone hanging out with us on the Thursday night. And we'll see you next time, everyone. Bye.
Night, everyone.